guys, this is your girl Dutchess Kiki. Look, I wanted to come and do this video. I took some time finally to write down some of the things that if you are pre-diabetic or diabetic, if you are, I can't think of the name of it, you know how stage one, stage two, this, what I'm going over is most likely for people that are pre-diabetic or stage one. Um, yeah, because this will help you pretty much turn your diabetes around, turn your glucose around. I decided to come downstairs and record down here today, since I haven't recorded down here in a very long time. So I was like, you know what? Let me just record down here and give you guys this information regarding how I turned my glucose and my diabetes around in 90 days. Um, so here we go. So if you are a follower or subscriber or a part of this royal family of my channel, then you know that on July 9th, 2021, I got a call from my doctor after going there a couple of days before for my physical, my yearly physical, and I got a call on July 9th stating that my AC1 was, I believe it was 8.4, I think, at the time. I wrote it down and it's upstairs. But my AC1 was 8.4, which last year before I got the call this year, he had already told me that I was borderline and that I was borderline diabetic. I tried to do better within that year, but it didn't really hit reality for me until he called to say that he called in a prescription for me to immediately go pick it up from the pharmacy for metformin. When he said that to me, it changed my whole world. It changed everything about how I thought about life. It changed everything about how I felt about life. It changed every feeling I had. My grandparents passed away. Both had diabetes. Both died of my grandmother passed this year of kidney failure, and I both of them were on metformin. So I felt like metformin, that once you go on that, it goes downhill. And that's what I always felt like. I always was like, oh my God, I can't, this is, and then the enemy starts telling you, oh, this is it for you. You are going to die just like everybody, your grandparents, and yada, yada, yada. Well, I started speaking life into myself. Immediately when the doctor called, that was the day of my son's birthday. And he called and he had the nurse call to tell me to go to the pharmacy immediately to pick up my prescription and that I needed to start the metformin immediately. I knew that I had been stressing over my new job, and I knew that on the new job I had been very stressed out. I hadn't changed really a lot of what I was eating. I was just pretty much still eating, what I wanted to eat, and with the stress level, my glucose, I take it every morning, and when I took it from all the way from my training started in May, all the way from May to June, my glucose shot up to like 190 something. One day it was 210, and then it went back down to 190 something. So every morning I was waking up, my glucose was 190 something or 178, 170 or higher, and I didn't know what I was contributing to it because I hadn't changed anything in what I was eating. Everything that I was eating was the same, and normally my glucose levels would stay between 130 and 140. They never had shot up to that much, and it was consistent for 2 months, and then I knew I was going to my physical in July. So I was supposed to go in June, but I ended up going July 4th weekend. When I went, the doctor, took my blood, did everything that he normally do every year, and then I got the call on July 9th, and that just changed everything for me. I didn't have time to play around. I immediately, because I knew that I did not want to stay on metformin. And the thing is, the dose that she gave me was 850 milligrams, and I was to take it twice a day, in the morning and at night. Yeah. So that was a lot to handle. So what I did immediately, my son's birthday was when I got the call. We went ahead and celebrated that day. And on Saturday, when I woke up, I did a grocery pickup. I did my order for groceries. I did a grocery pickup. I researched all that night and all that weekend. I researched on how to naturally bring down glucose. I wanted to bring my glucose down naturally. I did not want it to be because of a medicine. The medicine, we'll get to that in a minute, but the what I did is I ordered some groceries because everything I had was just, to me, not fitting in the category of everything that I researched regarding glucose and diabetes. So what I did is after I researched, I did my grocery list and I went and picked up some groceries to immediately change my eating habits. Mine happened immediately because I decided that I want to live. I decided that I want to live. And so immediately I changed my eating habit. Everything that I ordered for that grocery pickup was vegetables. I had strawberries. The only fruit I had was strawberries. I think I had oranges. I can't remember, but the majority of my food grocery haul was vegetables, salad, cauliflower, things like that. So I immediately had to stop everything that I was currently eating and start a whole new eating journey. So the first week, I'm not gonna lie, the first week was hard as crap. It was so hard. The first week was extremely hard. But once I got past the first week, it was smooth sailing then for me because it became a new form of life for me. So, like I told my brother at the time when everything happened, I said I had to go cold turkey. I couldn't do no, oh, I'm gonna cut back on this, but I'm gonna still eat. I couldn't do that. I had to go cold turkey for at least 90 days. I had to go cold turkey. And I'm just now, today is October, I am just now getting to eat different things that I like to eat, but I still use control. I still use self-control. But the majority of the things that I eat now is I always have to have vegetables. And that's all I did. All I did was eat vegetables. Got tired of it, but that's how I did it. That's how I turned my pre-diabetes that used to be was actually now diabetes in July of this year, was officially diabetes, stage 1. I immediately stopped doing everything that I was doing and started over. So some of the things I jotted down that I do eat, so one of my subscribers wanted to know what I eat, how can she bring down her diabetes, her glucose. And so I knew I had a video coming. I just wanted to make sure I wrote down everything so that I could have something that you can go by, that can maybe help you. Like I said, a lot of, because I'm stage 1, went from pre-diabetic to stage 1. This is what helped for me. I cannot say that everything that I did will help for someone else, but this is what helped for me, and this is what helped turn my situation around. In the first week, I lost, by just eating healthy and eating vegetables, I lost 13 pounds in the first week. I don't know how many total I've lost now, because a lot of mine is now inches. My body like has changed. Like my body even feel lighter, because I've lost a lot of inches around my body. I didn't have a lot of butt anyway. So I didn't have much butt, but I had a lot of rolls and a lot of fat in my stomach and everything, and a lot of that has gone down because of eating healthy. I don't get to go exercising a lot anymore because I got scared because of Corona now, and I was outside walking with no mask, and I was like, okay, when the Delta variant started going up some more in this area, I had to cut out that. But I go up and down my stairs a lot during the day, and that kind of help contributes to weight loss for me because I keep going up and down the stairs a lot. But some of the things that I had to give up, I'm going to go over what I had to give up first, okay? Because giving up was the hardest thing, especially going cold turkey, where you just erase every single thing out of what you eat. And that's what I did. I woke up the next day after that call and I erased every single thing out as to, in regards to what I ate, and I changed my mindset to eat what would lower my glucose level. Things that I had to give up was rice. Y'all know I love Chipotle, but I can't only have it now once a month. I can't have it all the time, every week like I was having it, because it has rice in it, unless I get it without the rice. I don't care about no grain rice and all that. No rice, zero, zero, because it's so many carbohydrates and sugars in rice. I had to cut rice out completely. No rice. I know it's boring, but no rice. I had to cut out noodles. I didn't eat that many noodles, like macaroni and cheese, and I would eat that during the holidays and stuff. But if I go to the Jamaican restaurant, I get macaroni and cheese because theirs is good, but I cannot have it on a consistent base. I had to cut out. This is what I did for 90 days. No noodles, no rice at all is what I did. Sodas. Now, I didn't drink sodas unless I went to where I'm from. And for some reason, every time I go to where I'm from, I always got to have a Pepsi. I don't know what that is about. So being that I hadn't been around my family, I always kept ginger ales here because I needed a ginger ale to help me burp, to help me with digestion and help me burp. Well, I had to cut out ginger ale. I had to cut out sodas completely. No more sodas at all. None. Zero. And I think that that really contributed, because I would drink a ginger ale at least once or twice a day, lunchtime and then dinner. And I think that a lot of that contributed to my glucose getting higher and higher and higher. My body don't want soda. My body can't handle it anymore. I have not had a soda since probably June. Oh no, yeah, since the beginning. I have not had a soda, I would say, since July 9th, which is when he called me to say about my glucose issues. I'm gonna take that back. I probably started no sodas on the 10th. So on July 10th was no sodas, none. No ginger ale to help with the burping, none of that. Okay. I cut out candy. Y'all know I love Laffy Taffy, Skittles, anything chewy, Welchers, all that kind of stuff. I love Red Hots, hot tamales. Those are my favorite kinds of candy. I'm not really a chocolate person. I don't eat chocolate a lot, but no more candy. All candy I cut out completely. When I tell you cold turkey, honey. So candy, sweets, cookies. I used to love the windmill cookies. No more. Junk food, honey buns. Oh, honey buns were my favorite. Cut them out. None. Zero. Bread. I cut bread out probably 2 to 3 years ago, because when I was natural, actually it's been longer than that. It's been, because I've been locked for 3 years. So it's been about 4 years that I completely cut out bread, and I no longer buy a loaf of bread. Now you see a video the other day that I just posted that I bought bread to make grilled cheese. That's now, but this what I'm talking about right here is changing your glucose first so that you can eat certain things every so often, but not all the time. Well, I don't buy bread. I try not to buy, except that when I had that taste for that grilled cheese, but I don't buy bread anymore for me. My son was like, try grain bread. I just don't do, it's carbs in that as well. So I don't eat bread a lot. It's just cut out completely. So that wasn't hard for me because I was already doing that, because it helped me. Cutting bread out helped heal the situation that I was having in my scalp at the time, which I'm healed and delivered from that. Thank you, Jesus. Crackers. I cannot eat. I love to snack. I love to have a snack and it be crackers. No more crackers. No more crackers at all. I had to cut out potato chips. I had to cut out, when I tell y'all, cold turkey, I had to cut everything out in order to get this situation to change. Okay? I stopped there because I couldn't remember any more of the, I still got some more grapes. I had to cut out grapes because per the research, grapes are not good for diabetics. So I cut grapes out. I cut out fried food. I didn't eat a lot of fried food anyways. I really, except when I would cook the fried fish, but I really didn't eat a lot of fried food. I don't fry chicken. So I really didn't eat a lot of fried food. I always would do something baked or something like that. So that wasn't part of my problem area, but during these 90 days, I did not want to even tackle into it, so I left it alone. French fries. I had to stop eating French fries, and that was my weakness because I used to love to cook French fries in the air fryer. Completely gone for the 90 days. I had to erase it. White potatoes. I love me a baked potato, y'all. From Wendy's, I loves me a baked potato. Completely had to cut that out of my diet. I have red potatoes that I'm just starting to eat now because I need to add some carbs in, because I was to the point that during the first week, I did such a shock to my body that my body craved carbohydrates. It was insane. It's like a drug. Like my body legit craved carbohydrates. I was just like, whoa, like I felt like I needed, like I was on a drug or something. So I completely had to change that part of, just no, just none. I had to cut down my carbs. My carbs had to go. And so I started finding myself, when I was online making my grocery orders, I started finding myself looking at because you can go and look at how many carbs are in something. So I would go and I would look before I ordered it, and I would look at how many carbs were in it, and then I would basically cut it down that way. Y'all, I know that first week I probably only had a total of, probably that whole week I probably had okay, I'm gonna do per day. Per day, I probably had less than 20 carbohydrates per day that week. And I continued it until I started my glucose started shooting down, and I started saying, oh my gosh, like I got to get a little bit of more carbs in me, because I had to get it back up a little bit. It was going too low. So carbohydrates is the main thing, because carbohydrates, when you eat it, when you eat foods with high carbohydrates in it, it turns, once you eat it, it digests into your system, and when it digests, it turns into sugars, and it's not good sugars. It's bad sugars. So I don't know if anybody know that, but I learned that years ago. So that's why people that have low carbs in their diet lose weight faster. So lowering your carbs and looking at the sugar intake in every item. So the two things to look for is your carbs and your sugar intake, the sugars. Those are the two things to make it. I don't care about the calories. I don't care about any of that. For diabetes, I care about carbohydrates and I care about sugars. And if I can keep those low, I can lower my glucose level. Okay? So glucose, diabetes, y'all know the old term in the black families called sugar. People called it, oh, your sugar high. Oh, your sugar high. Oh, your sugar low. That's what it is. Sugar is diabetes. Sugar, your glucose level is your level, your AC1 levels that you're supposed to be at to keep from having diabetes. Okay, hopefully I'm educating someone, because I had to learn all this stuff, y'all. I had to learn all this stuff. I don't know if I ever shared this, but my son's father died of diabetes. He passed away. He was a strong diabetic. When I met him, I didn't find out until months. I want to say I found out 6 months after dating him that he was diabetic. And I'm talking, I think it's stage 4 is the last one. He was doing the insulin shots. And I did not find out until I already was in love with the man. And so he passed away. He had he didn't eat right at all during the time. He didn't eat right at all. He ate whatever he wanted, and he ended up getting his leg amputated. They had to amputate one of his legs, and then they were going to amputate the other one. And a week before they were supposed to amputate the other one, he passed away. So it's scary. Diabetes, if you don't take care of your eating habits, it is very scary, and it can lead to death. It can lead to death. So this is why I went cold turkey, okay? Those are a lot of the things that I had to give up that I ate. I'm trying to think of anything else that I ate that I had to give up. Because to me, eating was a joy. It was just eating whatever I wanted to was a joy. But I had to change it. So let's take a water break. Now let's talk about, let's see if I can get y'all closer. Okay. Okay. Now that I have told y'all about what I stopped eating, because the stop eating issue was way harder than what I could eat. So now things that I can eat more of, that I had to incorporate eating more of to help bring down the diabetes, okay? These are the things that helped me. Again, everybody's body is different, but I'm going with what I've researched and what I found out that will help bring down diabetes the natural way. All I can say is vegetables, 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 vegetables. All I can say is vegetables. Like, that is the true key to keeping your diabetic levels down, along with not eating a lot of carbohydrates. And it took me now to realize this after I get the call that, oh, you better be on your way to the pharmacy to pick up your metformin. Vegetables. is how I did it. Low carbs, low sugars, and vegetables. Even my double chin went down, y'all. I was like, oh yes, baby, get rid of the double chin. But that was what worked for me. When I went cold turkey the first week was all vegetables. I didn't even want, like by the end of the week, I didn't even want any fruit. So my strawberries went bad because I didn't get to eat all my strawberries. Because strawberries are one of the fruits that are good for you. Vegetables, vegetables, vegetables. Cauliflower. I have been eating so much cauliflower, and luckily my grandparents had cauliflower. They let me eat cauliflower with them when I was little. When I would go out with them, I always ate cauliflower in my salad with them because they would have cauliflower in their salad, and that's where I learned it from. And when I tell you, I legit eat cauliflower like nobody's business. Fruit. The fruits that I stick to are just strawberries and oranges. Cherries are good for you if you're diabetic. I don't eat cherries. Blueberries are good for you if you're diabetic. I don't really care for blueberries unless that is mixed in a smoothie or something. Bananas. I forgot to put that on the do not. I do not eat bananas anymore. I used to eat bananas and I had to stop eating bananas because bananas is one of the worst things that you can eat as a diabetic because it's the sugars in it. But I try to stay towards the vegetables that have a lot of calcium in it, a lot of heck, I have learned all the stuff and forgot, like all the vitamin C, vitamin A, a lot of all the vitamin A and C in it and all that stuff. Iron. I stick to those kinds of vegetables that are high in vitamin A, vitamin C, that are high in those potassium and all that stuff. Those are what helped me. Broccoli, cauliflower. I eat broccoli raw. I eat broccoli not raw. All of that is what helped me. Fruits, I did not do a lot of fruits. By week 2, I stopped buying strawberries. I don't even, I got oranges in there now that I'm trying to force myself to eat, but I don't even incorporate a lot of the fruit into my diet anymore. So I try to eat a little bit of it, but again, I try to stay towards the high in vitamin C type fruits and vitamin A and all that stuff. So that's what I do with the fruit. So pretty much it was vegetables for 90 days, pretty much. Avocado. I am the biggest avocado fan in the world. My boss, when I worked at a college, I worked there for 5 years. She introduced me years ago to avocado, and that's been over 10 years ago. And ever since then, all I love is avocado, guacamole. I learned from her how to make it. I I love avocado. So that's why in my grocery hauls, you will see that I have bags of avocado. I legit don't let an avocado go bad. I eat my avocados every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. So avocado is high in vitamin A, I believe, and some other vitamins in it as well. So that is something that I truly enjoy is avocado. That's like my snack. You know, like I eat it for breakfast. I eat it sometimes during lunch. Depending on what I'm eating for dinner, I might eat it for dinner. But I usually split me one and I take that one and have it for the day or the 2 days. So I I know how much, like I legit tear up avocado, like legit tear them up. So that's just something that I do. that I absolutely love, and it is good for your diabetes. It's actually one of the number one things that are good for diabetes. Okay. Lettuce. I stick to romaine lettuce and I stick to baby arugula. Those are the two lettuces that I eat. Those are what I eat for my salads. Those are what I eat. When you see me with my salad every day, that is what I eat. I try to incorporate a salad at least once a day, whether it's for dinner or whether it's for lunch. So it's going to be a salad. I do I can eat tomatoes. I don't eat a lot of them because they are not the 100% best for a diabetic person, but you can eat them. It's not in the number one of the 10 things, but it is something that you can eat because I eat that in my salad. Because I cut out ginger ale, I had to find something that would replace that. And now I'm noticing that now that I do this, I'm seeing a lot of people on the internet now is doing this. And that's lemon water. I drink lemon water with no sugar in it. I get fresh lemons and I squeeze it, and sometimes I'll do a little bit of lemon juice and just water, no sugar at all in it, just water and lemon. And that the reason I started doing that because I found out years ago that lemon was a good form of to help you digest your foods. So I needed something to help me digest my food because I'll get acid reflux or something like that. But now that I've lost several pounds and inches, I don't even suffer from that much anymore, and I have Tums on the side just in case. Okay, just in case. And of course, I have Zantac if it get way overwhelming, but I haven't had to deal with that since I've lost a little bit of weight, so that has actually helped a lot. But yeah, lemon water, I drink it maybe I know I drink it once a day. Every now and then it might be twice a day, but that I definitely do that. And so that's what replaced my ginger ale was lemon water. Um, Grilled chicken, still eat grilled chicken. I cook it throughout the week. I put it in wraps. I try to mix it up. I put it in wraps. I sometimes put buffalo chicken sauce on it. I do just salad dressing on it. Sometimes ranch. I try to mix it up. But grilled chicken is one of the things that I do with a lot of things to get some protein into my body because I wanted to make sure I still get protein. Steak, I stick to that once a week. Well, lately it's been once every 2 weeks. So I haven't had a steak in a while now. I probably haven't had a steak in about 3 weeks now. So, or four maybe. So I haven't even been wanting that. Like sometimes I have to make myself eat because I'm not hungry. Like it's legit. My eating has legit changed. I do still eat seafood. I do. I eat shrimp. I don't eat tilapia. I eat shrimp. I eat sway fish. I eat salmon. Those are the fish I stick to. I do eat crab meat. I do notice that when I eat seafood the night before for dinner, that the next day my glucose shoots all the way down. A lot of that is because seafood, like fish, have fish oil in it, so it's good for your body. It's definitely good for glucose. Fish oil is good for glucose, and I actually need to try some fish oil pills, but I haven't yet. Fish oil is very good for diabetes. So when I eat that, I see the next day that it's like way low. I'm talking like 95, 94. So, and which I've been getting a lot of the low numbers lately, which shows that my eating habit changed and it has helped for the better. But yeah, steak I still eat once a week the most. But now it's been a couple of weeks for that. I still stick to turkey bacon because y'all know I don't eat pork because of my blood pressure. I stopped eating pork a long time ago because it was it was really messing up my blood pressure was like stroke level blood pressure, like, yeah. So I cut out, even though I take blood pressure medicine, I still don't entangle into pork. Just because the doctor give you medicine for it don't mean that you don't do what you're supposed to do. And so I cut out pork a long time ago. I mean, I'm talking, I cut out pork, ooh, I want to say about 15 years ago. I cut out pork. So, yeah, no ham. As much as I used to love me some ham, y'all, no ham. When I have, when I'm at family gatherings, they be tearing the pork up. I'd be like, "Do this have pork in it?" Because I have to let them know I don't. Y'all know I don't eat pork. So, if y'all cook this with pork in it, I can't have it. So pork is definitely a no-no for me. But I do eat turkey bacon. I do eat beef sausages, so that's something that I love, that I have incorporated eating more lately because I wanted a change up of my foods. A couple of more things that I eat. Eggs is good for diabetics. So in the morning I do have scrambled eggs or frittatas or something like that. Spinach is like the number one thing that you can eat for a diabetic is spinach. Um, Spinach, I think, have a lot of vitamin A, vitamin C, some other vitamin K. It's got a lot of vitamins in it that's good for a diabetic person. So definitely guggle up spinach. I eat it cooked and I eat it raw. I love it either way. I already named turkey sausage. Oh yeah, I eat turkey sausages as well. Cucumber has become my best friend. My mornings start with cucumbers. When I eat in the morning, the first thing that I eat every day is cucumbers, unless I ran out and haven't been to the store. Cucumbers. Speaking of cucumbers, my son accidentally bought me a zucchini the other day instead of a cucumber, but I eat zucchini. Zucchini, instead of noodles, I twirl zucchini up, and I've been doing that for a long time. I've been doing that for about 10, 15 years, where I just shred the zucchini and cook that instead of cooking noodles. Like when I want chicken Alfredo, I'll do zucchini shredded instead of eating noodles, because noodles tend to be bad. It's a bad food for diabetic people. When I want a snack, I know y'all like, well, girl, what you eat when you want a snack, girl? Y'all, when I want a snack, I eat walnuts, no salt on them, just plain walnuts. Y'all seen them in my haul. I eat almonds, and that's pretty much my snacks. I had to cut out a lot of things. Like everything that I used to enjoy. Y'all know how I was I don't know if y'all knew, but I was a Dorito fanatic. I'll eat any kind of Dorito you gave me, but now I can't. I can't. It has been past the 90 days now. And I am now at a point where my glucose is consistently staying between 94 and 110. If it's 120 something, it's because I probably ate something I shouldn't have eaten the night before. Because I am now able to expand into eating a little bit more carbs instead of just zipping myself like none. My doctor, I did the first week I was on the medicine, it was giving me a headache, it was making me nauseous, it had gave me diarrhea, and I had to call the doctor to let him know after the first week that it was like making me sick, that it was too strong for me. And so the doctor told me to reduce it to one pill a day, which is only at night. Your glucose is supposed, and this is what I found out from my doctor, that your glucose is supposed to come down during the night. So if you're waking up in the morning and your glucose is not coming down during the night from everything that you ate during that day, something is wrong. That means your AC1 is high and you need to see a doctor immediately. I'm not saying wait. Don't wait like I did. I'm saying you need to see somebody, a doctor, immediately, because you don't want it to go into kidney disease, okay? So I'm supposed to go back to the doctor this month, and I should be going by the end of the month. I'm trying to see what day I'm going to go, because he's got to reevaluate me. And I found out that he's able to see through the whole time that I've been, from the last time he saw me. He's going to be able to see where my glucose level has been. And he will be able to see that I've been under 120s, any under 120s. And when it get to 94, 95 though, I try to eat something. I try to eat something with some carb, a lot of carbs, and kind of pull it up, because I feel like it's just, my mom said it's not supposed to drop below 70 something, and I'm like, child, let me eat something, because I don't want to go into where it drops too low, because it's not good for it to drop too low, and it's not good to drop to go too high. You gotta learn how to balance it. How I did it was control. I had to have control over a lot of what I ate. I had to have self-control, excuse me. I had to have self-control is how I did it. I had to say, okay, this is it. I had to say, okay, I can't do that. I can't have this. I can't have that. But on the weekend, I did allow, on Fridays, I allowed myself to treat myself to Panera, where I could have a chicken sandwich from Panera. You know, I love their chicken sandwiches. And so that was my treat, because if I did good all week, I can have that one treat. But the problem is that every day you're eating bad. Every day you're eating bad. And so your body can't handle it. I've gotten older. I've gotten older, y'all. And as I've gotten older, I'm 40. Am I 44 or 45? I can't even remember, y'all. I don't know how old I am. I'm 40 something. Well, as your body get older, it changes the needs. It changes what it wants to function. The body is something else, y'all. The way God made and created our body is something else. But I just wanted to come on, and I wanted to go over some of the things that that helped me, help me do this. That and prayer. I prayed. I was like, God, I gotta live. I'm living. Like my granddaddy used to say, I'm living. And so I started speaking life to myself, and I started speaking life to my body. I started speaking life. And I'm gonna be very honest with you. I feel better. Y'all, I feel so much better. So hopefully the doctor will either take me off of the metformin or drop me down to 500 milligrams once a day. But other than that, y'all, I feel great. I'm not even gonna lie. I was even telling my mom that the other day. I was like, because of the weight loss, I feel so much better. I'm not tired as much as I should be tired during the day. Like, it has legit changed. So I know a lot of times people don't want to do what the doctors say, but I'm going to do what the doctors say. That's what he get paid for. That's why he yanked my insurance. That's what he get paid for. And so I'm going to listen to what the doctors tell me to do. I'm going to do what the doctors say. When he told me to run to that pharmacy right now to get that prescription, I ran to the pharmacy right then to get that prescription, because I want to do what the doctor tells me to do. I don't want to do my own thing and think I know everything and think I know the way. But just because the doctor put you on medicine don't mean you do whatever you want to do and eat whatever you want to eat. You still have to have some kind of control over what you eat, what you put in your body, how you treat your body, and all of that good stuff. So I just wanted to come on and hopefully encourage you guys that are struggling with your glucose, that are struggling with your diabetes, to help encourage you that it is possible to change it. It's possible to bring it down. Vegetables is my number one friend right now. And number one friend. Low carbs is my number one friend, and that is how I do it. On top of, and I forgot the other number one friend, that's my boyfriend, water. I don't know how much I can say about water. This cup right here, I drink so many full cups of water out of this thing every day. I know I'm going above my water intake. My mom even was like, how is your glucose high? As much water you drink. I always drink a lot of water because I want to, you know, keep my kidneys functioning. I drink, I also drink cranberry juice to keep those kidneys going, to keep them functioning, to keep them. I know I go to the bathroom 100 times a day, but I want to keep those kidneys going. I want to keep them functioning. I want to keep them working. So that's what you have to do. You got to keep them working. Okay, so hopefully this video helped. I do 3 meals a day: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I was bad about that before. I used to eat Doritos for dinner because I wasn't hungry, and I'll be like, okay, I'll eat Doritos and go to bed. But now I had to change that, and I try not to eat after 8 o'clock. I try to have all of mine, which is 7 o'clock now. I need to go ahead and eat dinner because I don't want to eat late and then I gotta let that digest and lay down. I try to eat early so that I can get that all digested and down by the time I go to bed. That's all I can think of right now. That's all I can think of right now that I do. If I can think of anything else, I will let you know. I was eating carrots, but that's not one of the best things, but you still can eat it. Carrots are good for your eyes though, so that's why I was trying to keep eating carrots. But I stopped eating them. Like my whole eating habit has changed. And now when I eat such a good breakfast that now when I get to lunch, I be not hungry sometimes. And I try to make myself eat every 2 hours, whether it's walnuts. Every 2 hours, I try to keep my metabolism going by eating something. That fasting stuff don't work for me regarding my glucose. It don't work for me. It worked for my aunt though. My aunt can do it. But me, I can't do the fasting that they do for the diabetes. It doesn't work for me at all. It shoots me up along with my blood pressure. So I figured out what works for me. I try to eat every 2 hours, at least something. Sometimes I'm bad on that, you know, because if I'm not hungry, I'm like, I don't want to eat nothing, you know. But I definitely eat my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner. On weekends, I do only eat 2 meals because I be resting, trying to get some sleep. And I eat 2 meals a day on Saturday and Sunday, which is breakfast and dinner. I don't really eat a lunch because if I eat a lunch, I'm going to not want to eat dinner because I'm going to be too full. But that's what I do, guys, and I hope this helps. If you want a pair of these earrings, you can go and get a pair from designsbydutchess.com. They are sparkly, honey. Yes, baby. Go get your pair, designsbydutchess.com. They are on my website. They are very lightweight, y'all, and I think I still got some left. I know I sold some of them. But yeah, these are on my website if you want to go take a look and purchase yourself a pair. Thank you guys for watching. If I can think of anything else, I will share it on other videos as far as what I do. But now I am able to enjoy a little bit more. I had some oxtails the other week and that felt good, but I had also my cabbage, but then I had something bad. I had macaroni and cheese, but it was so good. And then the next day my glucose was still like 110, so I was like, oh, okay, which is my normal. So I was like, oh, okay. So my body is like, I had to retrain my body. So that's what you have to do when you get that bad news, man. But do it before you get the bad news. Try to go ahead and get it down and keep it down. And you know, especially if you're a person like me and diabetes run through your family. So, and it runs through my family strong on my mom's side. So hopefully this helped. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And y'all know I love you guys. I love you to the moon and back. And be the best you that you can be. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.